My beloved child, I invite you to listen with an open heart, for I have longed to speak these words of hope to you. I am here right now, closer than your very breath, and I know every detail of your journey. Therefore, I want to gently remind you that I do not come with condemnation, but with tenderness and grace. Even if you have wandered or felt lost, I have never turned my face away. I see you, I hear you, I understand you. You are precious in my sight, and I have so much joy in caring for you. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. I created you with care, breathing life into your spirit, so that you would carry a divine spark within. Through every season, I have been quietly guiding you, even when you could not perceive my hand at work. I chose you out of love, for no darkness could ever extinguish the light I have placed in you. When you look back on your path, you may notice moments of pain or moments of triumph. Yet in all of them, I have remained steadfast. Trust that I continue to hold you, shaping something beautiful from every chapter of your story. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. You have a special purpose in my grand design, and your value is beyond measure. Many times you doubt your worth, wondering if you truly matter in the vastness of life. Let me assure you that I have counted every tear, every laugh, and every secret hope of your heart. Just as a jeweler cares for a precious gem, I protect you and polish you with my own hands, wanting you to gleam with the beauty of my presence. I see the potential you cannot see in yourself, and I stand ready to grow you into the fullness of my plan. I bless you. Move forward in peace. I understand you might be facing trials or holding on to silent sorrows that you're afraid to voice. My word declares that when you pass through the waters, I am with you, and the rivers will not sweep over you. Remember how I parted the sea for my people in the days of old, removing every obstacle before them. In the same way, I go before you now, ready to part the obstructions that block your way. The burdens on your heart are not hidden from me, for I gaze upon your every worry with compassion. Therefore, hold on to hope and look to the horizon of my promises. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. I see the uncried tears you release in the silence of midnight. I see the questions that keep echoing in your mind, the ones you are hesitant to share with anyone else. The weight you carry might seem heavy, but I am strong enough to lift it. Think of how I gave the rainbow as a sign to Noah, showing that I keep my covenants. I have not forgotten you or missed a single cry of your soul. Run to me with your brokenness. Do not hide in shame. It is in the rawness of your heart that my mercy flows most abundantly. I watch over you in every breath. Sometimes you wonder if you can truly hear my voice or if I am even speaking to you at all. In the sacred stillness, I whisper to your spirit, urging you to quiet the noise of fear and anxiety. Just as I spoke to Moses in a burning bush, I can speak through the simplest occurrences in your life, if you would only turn your attention toward me. Do not be discouraged when confusion arises, for I am not far off. Lean into me and ask for wisdom. My spirit will guide you gently. You have my comfort. Let hope fill your heart. I do not see you merely as one among many. I call you by name, and I know the dreams you hold dear. I design those desires within you that align with my purpose. Think of David, a shepherd who became a king through my anointing and direction. Likewise, there are kingly qualities in you that I am nurturing day by day. Believe that nothing is accidental, and I have ordained a path for you that leads to abundant joy and fruitfulness. Even when you stumble, my grace catches you, lifting you so you can continue forward. I strengthen you for the journey ahead. Do you question how I can love you so consistently, despite your faults or failures? My child, my affection is not earned, it is freely given. In Psalms it is written that my mercy endures forever. There is no transgression or mistake that can overshadow my unending forgiveness. When you turn your face to me, I forgive and wash you clean, because my desire is to restore, not to punish. I do not want you chained by regret or self-condemnation. Stand tall in my presence, for I have made you worthy through my sacrificial love. Trust in me, for I make a way where none seems possible. You might look at the mountains before you and fear that they are too tall to climb. Recall how my power was revealed at Mount Sinai, reminding my people that I am greater than any challenge. Allow the gentle assurance of my voice to stir your courage. I am the God who moves mountains, and I am the one who can relocate obstacles for your sake. Therefore, do not fixate on the impossibility. Instead, fix your eyes on my limitless might. I am fully able to accomplish what seems unachievable. Remember, I am always with you, shining my light upon your path. Sometimes you feel tired, worn out from the battles of daily life. In those moments, I invite you to rest under my wings, just as a chick hides under the wings of its mother for warmth and safety. When the world demands you keep going, I speak a different invitation. Be still and know that I am God. Release your strivings, for my grace is sufficient to sustain you. Let my presence be like a soothing stream, replenishing the dryness of your spirit. I am your refuge and a calm harbor in the storms of life. Take courage, my promise stands unshaken. Have you felt betrayed or abandoned by those you trusted? My heart aches with yours in those moments. I, too, experienced rejection. Remember how my disciples scattered when I faced the cross. Yet in the depth of that suffering, love prevailed, and my resurrection triumphed over despair. Never think for a moment that your loneliness goes unnoticed. I stand at the doorway of your heart, ready to lift you up and embrace you. Even if the world forsakes you, I will gather you into my arms and give you new strength. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. I know that you sometimes waver between faith and doubt, unsure if you are spiritual enough to receive my promises. My beloved, just like a small seed can grow into a mighty tree, so can the teeniest measure of faith accomplish wonders. One small step of trust can open the floodgates of my blessings in your life. So do not downplay the flickers of belief within you. Nurture them, water them with my word, and watch how I will cause them to bloom beyond what you have imagined. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. When you feel tempted to compare yourself to others, remember that I have uniquely crafted you, and your gifts have a distinct purpose. Just as the body has many parts, so the community of believers thrives when each of you embraces your individuality in me. Cast off the weight of comparison, for your journey is unlike any other. Fix your gaze on the path I have set before you, and know that I will provide everything you need to fulfill your calling. There is no room for envy when my bounty overflows for each child who trusts in me. I bless you. Move forward in peace. Let me speak to your fears, especially the ones you cannot name. Fear can cripple your heart, but my perfect love drives out fear. Think of how I told Joshua, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified, for I am with you wherever you go." That same assurance is yours today. When the shadows threaten to overwhelm, remember that my light cannot be overcome. Indeed, if I am for you, who can be against you? Come, allow my love to dispel every whisper of dread, for you are held secure in my everlasting arms. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Do you wrestle with guilt over the past, worried that it will always define you? Let me remind you of my redemptive power. Look at Paul, who once persecuted my people but became a vessel of my grace. I do not see you as a sum of your mistakes. I see who I created you to be. Confess your heart to me, and I will flood you with my forgiveness. My mercy wipes the slate clean, giving you a fresh start each time you turn back to me. Embrace the freedom that the cross has made possible. I watch over you in every breath. Sometimes you may feel as though the battle you face is solely yours to fight, that you must muster the strength on your own. But remember the story of David and Goliath. The battle belongs to the Lord. I do not ask you to stride into warfare alone. Instead, come under my banner, and I will equip you with divine armor that no foe can penetrate. Even your weakness is a platform for my power to be manifested. Hand over the sword of your struggle to me, and watch how my victory unfolds. You have my comfort. Let hope fill your heart. I place opportunities for restoration at your feet. Even now I breathe fresh life into your weary soul, so you may stand upon the heights you once feared. In the quiet corners of your mind, where regret might linger, I am planting seeds of new hope. Trust my ability to grow beauty from the ashes, just as I turned the mourning of my people into dancing. Let faith rise within you, for your tomorrow is held secure in my hands. I do not abandon the works of my creation. I finish what I begin. I strengthen you for the journey ahead. Allow me to share my joy with you, a joy that surpasses human understanding. When I walked the earth in the form of my Son, I spoke of joy made complete in those who abide in me. This same joy is not restricted to special holy days. It is an ever-flowing spring that refreshes your spirit. If you feel weighed down, come and drink from this well of gladness, for I am the source of unending delight. I do not withhold my gifts from you, my beloved. Open your heart wide and receive all that I have longed to pour out. Trust in me, for I make a way where none seems possible. I recognize that your heart sometimes wrestles with questions about the future. Know that I have gone before you to prepare the road. Just as I led the Israelites through the wilderness by a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night, so I guide you with my Spirit. I am not absent from the unfolding of events in your life. Even when you cannot see how the path bends, my light illuminates the next step. Your times are in my hands, and I orchestrate every season for your growth and my glory. Remember, I am always with you, shining my light upon your path. Let me address the resistance in your life, those barriers that seem immovable. I am the God who can soften the hardest heart and melt the most stubborn chain of circumstances. Recall the wonders I performed in Egypt when I delivered my people from bondage. In your own journey, no wall is too fortified for me. As you pray and yield your will to my plan, watch how I will chip away every stone of resistance until your path is clear. The victory comes not by might nor by power, but by my Spirit. Take courage. My promise stands unshaken. Consider how I hold the stars in place, each one shining in its ordained position. If I can order the cosmos with perfection, can I not also bring order to your days? You might be searching for a sense of direction, longing for clarity. Rest in my capacity to guide you and grant you wisdom. Just as the star led the wise men to the place where my Son was born, so I will provide compassionate guidance for you. Your life is not a random series of events, but a tapestry I am weaving for good. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Embrace this moment as a sacred opportunity to breathe in my presence. Let your heart relax under the knowledge that I do not come to shame you, but to lift you up. Reflect on the cross, that ultimate symbol of my sacrifice and love. In that act, I poured out redemption for you, so you would be free to rejoice in my presence. Every day, I yearn for you to step into deeper fellowship with me, to confide your joys and your struggles. Let your spirit be awakened, for I have placed eternity in your heart. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. There may be times you feel my silence, as though your prayers have bounced off the heavens, but do not be dismayed, for I am never truly silent. Even in the quiet, I am working, orchestrating and preparing what you cannot yet perceive. My timing is not like yours. I see the beginning and the end with perfect clarity. Have patience in the waiting, for I am faithful to complete what I have promised. Recall the prophet Habakkuk, who was told the vision awaits an appointed time. Likewise, my promises will manifest exactly when they should. I bless you. Move forward in peace. I urge you to release the bitterness that clings to the corners of your heart. Forgiveness is not a burden, but a key that unlocks your freedom. As I have extended great mercy to you, so I call you to reflect that mercy to others. Do not let resentment erode your joy. I know the depth of pain others may have caused, yet I promise healing that is beyond understanding. Let your heart be free from the chains of grudge, and let my compassion fill that space instead. Your spirit will feel lighter, and my love will flow more abundantly. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. When discouragement tries to settle in your heart, remember my unchanging nature. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My word is the firm foundation on which you can stand. Though seasons shift and people change, I remain a steadfast tower of refuge. Pour out your heart to me in prayer, and let my word anchor your thoughts. In your weariness, my strength becomes apparent, lifting you to heights you never thought possible. The joy of the Lord is your strength, and I will sustain you in every trial. I watch over you in every breath. There are times you might question your identity, especially when the world tries to label you. Remember that you are my child, adopted into my family through the power of my love. My spirit testifies with your spirit that you belong to me. Like the Father welcomed the prodigal son with open arms, so I welcome you, celebrating your presence. Do not allow the world's judgments to hinder your confidence. I have called you my own, inscribed you on the palm of my hand, and no one can pluck you from my care. You have my comfort. Let hope fill your heart. I encourage you to shift your gaze from the problems to the promise. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Like Abraham, who trusted me even when he could not fully comprehend my plans, do likewise and see how I will bring forth a miracle. You may not see the full staircase, but I ask you to step forward in belief. As you do, your testimony of faith will inspire others, and my glory will shine through your life. Release your fears to me, for I delight in guiding you toward victory. I strengthen you for the journey ahead. Do not be intimidated by the trials of this age. The world can be chaotic, and darkness may seem to increase, but my light is not diminished. I have overcome the world, and that victory is extended to you. When confusion arises, cling to my truths in the Gospel of John, for my words are spirit and life. Let my scriptures anchor your soul, safeguarding you from deception. In every storm, I invite you to cling to my promises, for I do not let my beloved drift away. Trust in me, for I make a way where none seems possible. Let me remind you of my providence in even the smallest details. Just as I feed the birds of the air and clothe the lilies of the field, how much more will I care for you? You are worth infinitely more than many sparrows, and I have already counted the hairs on your head. Release the burden of worry, for it adds no value to your day. Instead, seek my kingdom first, and rest in the assurance that everything else will fall into place. I have not called you to a life of constant striving, but to a life of trust. Remember, I am always with you, shining my light upon your path. When the path forks, and you stand uncertain of the next step, invite my wisdom to dwell in you richly. My spirit is your counselor, your helper, and your guide into all truth. I do not withhold direction from those who genuinely seek me. Lay your plans before me in prayer, and listen for my gentle nudge, which will often come in the quietness of your mind. Like the gentle breeze that Elijah encountered, My voice is often soft, yet unmistakably powerful. Take a moment to be still, and you will sense my guidance. Take courage. My promise stands unshaken. Allow me to heal your past in a deeper way than you ever believed possible. I see the wounds you carry, some inflicted by others, and some by your own regrets. I stand as the great physician, ready to restore you from within. Just as I healed lepers and gave sight to the blind, so can I mend the deepest hurts of your heart. Bring your broken pieces to me. I will rebuild what has been shattered. Your scars can become testimonies of my redemptive power. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Whenever anxiety arises, reach for my word like a lifeline. The psalmist cried out, "When my anxious thoughts multiply within me, your consolations delight my soul." I have stored an abundance of consolations for you. My promises are yes and amen, an unbreakable bond from my heart to yours. So cast your cares upon me, for I care for you. You were never designed to bear these burdens alone, and my shoulders are broad enough to carry it all. Allow me to replace your tension with tranquility. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I want you to see that you are a reflection of my light in this world. Even when your flame seems dim, my spirit can fan it into a blazing fire of hope and compassion. How will others know of my love if not through your kindness and humility? Shine wherever you are, whether in the workplace, family gatherings, or among strangers. I will give you opportunities to let that love flow, to speak words of life, and to be my hands and feet. In such service, you will discover a profound sense of fulfillment. I bless you. Move forward in peace. Sometimes I speak through your own struggles, revealing my faithfulness in the midst of your weakness. When you cry out for help, my power is made perfect in your frailty. My grace is more than enough for every difficult circumstance you face. Paul discovered the strength of my grace when he admitted his need. Do not be ashamed to acknowledge your limits, for in that admission lies the secret to my overflowing help. Surrender your pride, and let me lift you beyond what you thought was possible. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. My longing is for intimacy with you, that you would know my voice as readily as you know your own heartbeat. I have implanted the seed of my Spirit within you so that our fellowship could be constant. Let no religious ritual or external formality overshadow the core of our relationship, which is a heart-to-heart connection. Yes, study my word, gather in fellowship, but above all, draw near to me in simple honesty. In the quiet moments of your day, whisper your love, your concerns, and your praise. I watch over you in every breath. I rejoice when I see you extending mercy to others, just as I have done for you. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. When you choose forgiveness, kindness, or patience, you mirror my character in a world that desperately needs it. Let your gentleness be evident, for through that gentleness, hearts can be softened and lives can be changed. Reflect on how my Son walked among people with a compassionate touch and a healing word. That same compassion dwells in you. Let it flow freely, and you will see my hand at work. You have my comfort. Let hope fill your heart. If you ever doubt my willingness to help you, remember how I stooped down to the lowliest places when I walked among humankind. I shared meals with sinners, touched lepers, and spoke with outsiders. I am not a distant king, but a loving Father who meets you in your everyday realities. Even if you feel unworthy, my grace extends beyond human definitions of worth. It is a boundless gift, meant to bring you into my embrace without fear or shame. Simply open your heart, and you will see that my response to your need is always compassion. I strengthen you for the journey ahead. When your spirit is burdened by the darkness in the world, Remember that I have already declared victory over evil. The book of Revelation shows how my plan unfolds to bring a new heaven and a new earth where sorrow will be no more. Until that day, I call you to be a light in the darkness, a herald of hope and truth. Take solace that evil will not prevail forever. I am working redemption on a scale you cannot fathom, and I invite you to partner in that work by loving others. Trust in me, for I make a way where none seems possible. Cherish the moments of stillness where you can sense my presence more keenly. Like the deer that pants for the water brooks, so I want your soul to desire my nearness. Dwell in my peace, and let the clutter of the world fall away. I am not found merely in the dramatic and the loud, but also in the soft and the subtle. Like a gentle breeze rustling through leaves, I come quietly, filling you with calm assurance. In that stillness, you will discover that I speak volumes in the silence. Remember, I am always with you, shining my light upon your path. Let your faith arise so you may witness my miracles. I am the God who turned water into wine, who fed multitudes with a few loaves and fish. Do you think your need is too great for me? No, my power is limitless, and I delight in providing for my children. Approach me with expectancy, believing that I can make a difference in the ordinary details of your life. Often, miracles happen in the realm where faith and obedience converge. Step forward, open your heart, and watch how I transform your circumstances. Take courage. My promise stands unshaken. When thoughts of condemnation attempt to weigh you down, remember that there is now no condemnation for those who are in me. My sacrifice on the cross has fully paid the price for your freedom. Do not cling to shame, for my blood has washed you whiter than snow. Let that truth sink into every corner of your mind, erasing lies that say you are unredeemable. You are a new creation, and the old has passed away. Embrace your identity as a beloved child, fully accepted and empowered by my Spirit. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. When temptation approaches, be assured that I provide a way of escape. Even if you have fallen in the past, my hand is outstretched to pick you up again. Lean on me, for I am stronger than any enticement the enemy might offer. My commandments are not there to restrict you, but to protect and fulfill you. Real freedom is found not in following your every whim, but in being anchored to my truth. You are free to choose the narrow path, and my Spirit will help you overcome. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Some days you feel bold, ready to conquer the giants of fear and adversity. Other days you might feel timid, questioning if you can face the day's challenges. Know that my strength is available to you regardless of your fluctuating emotions. I am the source of constant power. When you are weak, I show my might. When you are strong, I refine your strength for my glory. Either way, your life is under the shelter of my grace. Move ahead in confidence, for you are not traveling this road on your own. I bless you. Move forward in peace. I ask you to open your heart not just for your own blessing, but so that you may become a channel of my goodness to others. Freely you have received, freely give. A kind word, a comforting gesture, or a simple prayer can spark hope in a hurting soul. I did not design you to hoard my gifts, but to share them. Watch how your capacity for love grows when you pour out from what I have given you. Such generosity multiplies, returning to you with greater joy. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Reflect on my faithfulness in the Scriptures, how I led the Israelites through the wilderness, how I raised up leaders like Esther and Deborah to deliver my people, how I have always intervened in history to accomplish my will. This same faithfulness is your strong tower today. In moments of doubt, recall the wonders I performed and the promises I have kept. I am not limited by time or space. My hand still stretches into your present need. Rejoice in my unwavering nature, for I will not fail you. I watch over you in every breath. You are surrounded by my grace, even when you are unaware of it. Each sunrise that gently warms the earth is a testimony of my renewed mercies. Pay attention to the small blessings woven through your daily life. A kind smile, a fleeting moment of peace, an unexpected good word. Each is a token of my presence, an invitation to dwell in thanksgiving rather than worry. Cultivating gratitude opens your eyes to see how abundantly I provide. Let the joy of gratefulness flow freely, and you will notice my hand in every moment. You have my comfort. Let hope fill your heart. I have also placed in you the capacity for laughter and delight, which are gifts that lift your spirit. Even in trying times, a joyful heart can be a medicine for the soul. Do not feel guilty for finding moments of laughter. I delight in your genuine happiness. My son attended weddings, shared meals, and rejoiced with others. So, allow yourself moments of humor, for such glimpses of joy reflect the abundant life I have promised. In this joy, your spirit can recharge, enabling you to face challenges with renewed courage. I strengthen you for the journey ahead. Consider how my love extends to every generation. As I was with your ancestors, so I am with you. My covenantal love is ever-enduring, transcending human limitations. If you worry about the future of your children or your loved ones, lay that worry at my feet. I can accomplish more than you can ask or imagine, weaving my plan through the tapestry of your family line. Entrust them to me, for I love them with a zeal that surpasses your own. Trust in me, for I make a way where none seems possible. I see the secret places of your heart where ambitions and dreams take shape. Do not fear to dream big in my presence, for I am the God who does exceedingly above all you could ask. If those dreams are guided by my principles of love and compassion, I delight in seeing them flourish. Allow my spirit to shape and refine your dreams, purging any selfish motive so that the final vision shines with my glory. Step forward with boldness, for your partnership with me is powerful beyond measure. Remember, I am always with you, shining my light upon your path. Sometimes your heart longs for answers to the mysteries of life and the complexity of suffering. Let me assure you that I hold all mysteries in my hands. Not everything will be revealed to you now, but walk by faith, not by sight. My wisdom surpasses human reasoning, and in time, my children will see fully, just as they are fully known. Release the burden of needing all answers immediately. There is beauty in trusting my heart when my ways are not fully understood. My sovereignty is always exercised in love. Take courage. My promise stands unshaken. When you feel disappointed or your prayers seem unanswered, do not believe that I have forgotten you. Sometimes my best answer is a redirection or a delay, for I see a greater purpose you cannot yet discern. Even in the waiting, I am intimately involved in your life. I refine your character, build your perseverance, and shape your future in ways beyond your comprehension. With each step of patience, your trust in me is strengthened. Keep praying, keep believing, for my watchful eye misses nothing. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Let my word from Exodus echo in your spirit. I am the Lord who heals you. Physical, emotional, or spiritual, no ailment is beyond my reach. My healing power may manifest in various ways, whether through immediate deliverance, medical knowledge, or the deep peace that carries you through a process. In each scenario, my aim is restoration and the demonstration of my tender care. Place your hand in mine, let me minister my healing touch to you, and trust that my will for you is good. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. In the face of your own shortfalls, remember my grace is sufficient. Peter once denied knowing me, yet I restored him with a single question. Do you love me? Love covers a multitude of sins, and I see your heart's desire to please me. Let that love draw you closer so you can stand again without shame. I choose the weak things of the world to shame the strong, so no one can boast except in my mercy. Bring your fragmented pieces, and I will make them into a beautiful mosaic of my redemptive work. I bless you. Move forward in peace. Cradle within your heart my promise from Genesis that I will bless those who walk by faith, as I did Abraham. Your faith journeys might be filled with the unknown, but I am the same God who provided for him and his descendants. My Abrahamic blessing extends beyond time, reaching all who come to me by faith. Therefore, do not worry if you feel like a foreigner or a stranger. My kingdom welcomes all who surrender their hearts to my lead. The seeds of faith you plant now will bloom for eternity. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. Remember how I wrote my laws on tablets of stone? But now I have written them on the tablets of your heart through my Spirit. You are not left alone to guess my ways. My laws of love and truth are within you. Lean on that inner witness, for it aligns with my revealed word. When confusion arises, measure your choices against the standard of love, humility, and holiness. My Spirit will resonate in your heart, guiding you in righteousness. As you listen, peace will confirm the right path to take. I watch over you in every breath. I delight in your willful acts of worship, but I also delight in the silent admiration you give me throughout your day. Worship is not confined to songs or sermons. It is the posture of your heart, acknowledging my sovereignty in every detail of life. If your spirit rejoices in the morning sun, or if you whisper a prayer of gratitude in the middle of your work, that is worship. I receive it with delight, for I look upon the sincerity of your soul. Bring me every moment and see how your mundane tasks become sacred. You have my comfort. Let hope fill your heart. Let me remind you of the time I provided manna for my people in the wilderness each day, enough for their daily need. I still provide daily bread for you, physical sustenance, emotional support, spiritual renewal, everything you require. Resist the urge to hoard or cling too tightly to tomorrow's concerns, for each day has enough trouble of its own. As you trust my daily provision, you will see how completely I care for every aspect of your life. Let contentment reign in your heart, for my goodness is constant. I strengthen you for the journey ahead. When you face criticism or ridicule for holding on to my promises, remember how prophets of old were mocked, yet stood firm in their call. Truth is unchanging, and my plan will not be derailed by the opinions of those who do not yet see it. Endure hardship like a good soldier of Christ, knowing that I have gone before you in every battle. Let my word be your shield and your guide, for it will never fail you. Lean on me, and I will deliver you from the snares of negativity. Trust in me, for I make a way where none seems possible. I appreciate your honest prayers, even those laced with frustration or sorrow. The psalmists poured out their complaints before me, and I responded with mercy and a renewed perspective. Hold nothing back in your communion with me. Authenticity builds our relationship on truth. In my presence, you need not hide your weakness or pretend to have all the answers. I already perceive the depths of your thoughts. Let me heal the raw places in your soul as we share in intimate fellowship. Remember, I am always with you, shining my light upon your path. Keep your mind set on things above, on my kingdom, for in that eternal perspective, earthly strife diminishes. Your life is hidden with me, and you are seated in heavenly places. When discouragement tries to overshadow your hope, lift your eyes to the heavens. The struggles of this present time are not worth comparing to the glory that will be revealed. Let that promise calm your heart and lighten your load. Your ultimate citizenship is in my eternal domain, where joy knows no boundaries. Take courage, my promise stands unshaken. When you are blessed materially, do not forget the source. Every good and perfect gift comes from above, from the Father of lights. Use these blessings as an opportunity to practice generosity, reflecting my heart to those in need. I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider, and as you trust me, I will expand your capacity to give without fear of lack. Your open hands become a channel through which my compassion flows. Rejoice in the bounty and share it, for in giving, you store up treasures that moth and rust cannot destroy. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Even in the shadow of death, I walk with you. I have conquered the grave, and my resurrection is the guarantee of eternal life. So when you mourn, do not mourn like those without hope. I hold the keys of death and Hades, and I promise a future reunion for those who trust me. In that glorious day I will wipe every tear, and death shall be no more. Let this comfort anchor your soul whenever you face the finality of mortal existence. Life in me is everlasting, radiant with my glory. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. As you read these words, let my Holy Spirit breathe upon them, reviving your faith. My word is alive and active, sharper than any sword, dividing soul and spirit. Let it penetrate your doubts, expose your fears, and fill you with unwavering confidence. Meditate on my promises daily, letting them shape your beliefs. For what you believe in your heart determines how you act in your life. Keep my word near, for it is your light and your shield. I bless you. Move forward in peace. In every season, whether in abundance or in need, my grace is your sure footing. Celebrate your victories, but do not grow arrogant, for I am the one who crowns you with success. In seasons of lack, remain hopeful, trusting my miraculous provision. Think of Joseph, who endured prison but later became a leader so that many could be saved from famine. In the same way, I weave your good seasons and hard seasons into a divine tapestry. Ultimately, it reveals my loving care for you at every turn. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. And now, my beloved, as you draw these reflections close to your heart, I invite you to stand firm in the knowledge that I part every obstacle for you. My goodness follows you all the days of your life, and my amazing grace sustains you. I reaffirm my unchanging love. No matter where you go or what you face, I am at your side. Therefore, walk boldly into tomorrow, for my blessing and my promise light your path. The best is yet to come, and I have prepared a place for you in your next steps of this journey. I watch over you in every breath,